There are moments in life when everything looks normal from the outside, but inside, something feels completely shattered. You wake up every morning, do what you're supposed to do, talk to people, smile when needed, but deep down, there is a quiet pain that never leaves. A pain that words cannot explain. A pain that makes you feel tired even after sleeping, lonely even when surrounded by people, and hopeless even when nothing seems wrong. If you are feeling broken inside, this story is for you, not to entertain you, not to motivate you for 5 minutes, but to change the way you see yourself forever. Chapter 1. The Weight No One Sees. Daniel was not poor, he was not sick, he was not alone. And yet, he felt completely broken. Every morning, Daniel stood in front of the mirror and stared at his reflection. He saw his face, his eyes, his body, but he felt disconnected, like the person staring back was a stranger. He often asked himself a question he could never answer. Why do I feel empty when my life looks full? He had a job, he had friends, he had food, shelter, and comfort, but none of it mattered. Inside him lived a constant heaviness, a feeling that something was missing, something was wrong. Something inside him had cracked long ago and never healed. At night, when the world went quiet, his mind became loud. Thoughts attacked him without mercy. You're not enough. You failed. You should be doing better. Others are moving forward. Why are you stuck? He never told anyone about this pain. Because how do you explain something that has no visible wound? So he carried it alone, day after day, smile after smile, lie after lie. Chapter 2. The Breaking Point. One evening, after another exhausting day of pretending everything was fine, Daniel sat alone in his small apartment. The room was silent, yet his heart felt unbearably loud. He turned off the lights and sat on the floor, his back against the wall. And then, something inside him collapsed. Tears came, not dramatic, not loud, just silent tears, heavy with years of unspoken pain. His chest felt tight, his breathing shallow. For the first time, he whispered the truth out loud. I can't do this anymore. Not life, not responsibility, not expectations. He was tired of being strong, tired of holding himself together, tired of fighting a battle no one knew he was fighting. He felt broken beyond repair, and that's when something unexpected happened. Chapter 3. The Stranger's Words. Unable to sleep, Daniel went for a late-night walk. The streets were quiet, the air cold. He walked without direction, lost in his thoughts. Eventually, he reached a small park. An old bench sat under a dim streetlight. Someone was already sitting there, an elderly man, calm, still, almost invisible in the darkness. Daniel hesitated but sat down on the other end of the bench. They sat in silence. After a while, the old man spoke softly. You look like someone carrying too much weight. Daniel froze. He didn't know why, but something about those words broke his defenses. He laughed bitterly and said, You don't even know me. The old man smiled gently. I don't need to, he replied. I recognize the eyes. Daniel looked at him. What eyes? The eyes of someone who feels broken inside. Silence followed. Then Daniel spoke, and once he started, he couldn't stop. He talked about the emptiness, the pressure, the feeling of being lost, the fear that he was wasting his life, the pain of not knowing who he truly was. When he finished, his voice trembled. I feel like something inside me died, he whispered, and I don't know how to bring it back. Chapter 4. The Truth About Being Broken. The old man listened carefully. Then he said something Daniel would never forget. You are not broken, he said. You are unfinished. Daniel frowned. It feels the same. No, the man replied. Being broken means something is useless. Being unfinished means something is still becoming. The old man leaned forward. Tell me, he asked, do you know what happens when a seed is planted underground? Daniel shook his head. It breaks, the man said. The shell cracks open in darkness. If the seed could think, it would believe it was being destroyed. But in reality, it's beginning. Daniel felt something stir inside him. The man continued. Most people think feeling broken means something went wrong, but often it means something deep is changing. Daniel whispered. Then why does it hurt so much? The old man smiled sadly. Because growth always hurts when you resist it. Chapter 5, The Lie We Believe. The old man looked at Daniel and said, You were taught a lie. Daniel listened closely. You were taught that life should make sense, that you should always know what you're doing, that by a certain age you should have answers. Daniel nodded. But life doesn't work that way, the man said. Feeling lost is not failure. It's an invitation. An invitation to what? Daniel asked. To stop becoming who others expect you to be, the man replied, and start discovering who you really are. Daniel felt tears rise again. I don't even know who that is, he said. The old man nodded. Exactly. Chapter 6. The pain has a purpose. The old man continued speaking, his voice calm and steady. Pain is not here to punish you, he said. It's here to wake you up. Daniel listened as if every word was medicine. If you never felt broken, the man said, you would never question your life. You would never seek meaning. You would never change. Daniel thought about this. What if, the man continued, this pain is not a sign that you're weak, but proof that you're alive? The words hit Daniel deeply. You feel broken because you care, the man said, because you want more than survival, because your soul refuses to accept a life without meaning. Daniel felt something shift inside him. For the first time, his pain didn't feel like an enemy. Chapter 7. Rebuilding from the inside. Let me ask you something, the old man said. When a house collapses, do you rebuild it the same way? Daniel shook his head. No, the man smiled. You rebuild it stronger. Daniel understood. You cannot rebuild your life by pretending nothing is wrong, the man continued. You must first accept that something needs to change. Daniel sighed. But change is terrifying. Yes, the man agreed, but staying broken forever is worse. The old man stood up slowly. Your job, he said, is not to fix everything at once. Then what? Daniel asked. Your job is to take one honest step, the man replied. One step toward truth, one step toward healing. Chapter 8. The first step. Before leaving, the old man gave Daniel one final piece of advice. Stop asking, what's wrong with me? Start asking, what is this pain trying to teach me? Daniel watched as the old man walked away, disappearing into the darkness. He never saw him again. But those words stayed. Chapter 9. The slow healing. Healing didn't happen overnight. Daniel still had bad days, still felt empty sometimes, still felt lost. But something was different. He stopped hating himself for feeling broken. He stopped pretending he was okay. He started listening to his emotions, his thoughts, his needs. He learned to rest without guilt, to say no without fear, to accept that healing is not linear. Some days progress felt invisible, but slowly, quietly, something began to grow inside him. Hope. Chapter 10. The real meaning of strength. Daniel realized something important. Strength is not about never breaking. Strength is about breaking and choosing to rebuild. It's about sitting with your pain instead of running from it. It's about being honest when it hurts. It's about continuing even when you feel incomplete. Daniel was not fixed. He was becoming. Final message. This is for you. If you are listening to this and feel broken inside, hear this clearly. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are not failing at life. You are in transition. Your pain has meaning. Your confusion has purpose. Your brokenness is not the end of your story. Sometimes life breaks you, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you into someone truer, deeper, and stronger than before. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep going. And one day you will look back at this moment, this painful, confusing, lonely moment, and realize